course, just giving us details of what has just, the building that has collapsed in Kasarani. The rescue mission is still going on. 3 people have so far been confirmed dead. Now, moving on, President William Ruto has dismissed any possibility of amending the constitution to extend the term of a president. Now, President, who chaired the Kenya Kwanza parliamentary group meeting at State House, called his MPs to order against any proposal to amend the constitution. Now, during the parliamentary group, the coalition also agreed on the names of members to represent Kenya from the coalition in the East Africa Legislative Assembly. Now, our political affairs reporter Jeff Kirui is keeping an eye on this and brings us up to date. Jeff, good afternoon. Why is the parliamentary group necessary at this time?
Well, very good afternoon, Fadhia. Indeed, that parliamentary group meeting is actually the 4th one since President William Ruto was sworn in on September 13th. And this specific one was actually meant to whip members in terms of the direction they will be taking tomorrow when they will be voting for the East African Legislative Assembly representative. Remember, Kenya has 9 slots in the East African Legislative Assembly, and the Kenya Kwanza coalition has 5 slots. And Azimio la Umoja, One Kenya coalition, has 4 slots. So the main reason for that parliamentary group meeting was actually to whip members on the direction. And they have given members the direction on who to vote for tomorrow when Parliament takes for that sitting in the afternoon. And some of the members will be voted for from the Kenya Kwanza coalition include Hassan Omar. Remember, Hassan Omar contested for the Mombasa gubernatorial seat but lost. He was representing UDA at the ballot. There is Zipporah Kering, who is the former woman representative of Nandi County. And then there is David Ole Sankok, that is the former nominated member of parliament representing people living with disabilities. There is Fred Muteti, also a senior member within the UDA ranks, and Falhada Deko Iman, that is the former nominated senator in the 12th parliament. So those are the names, or rather the representatives who will be representing Kenya Kwanza coalition in parliament. They will be voted for, and those are the names that have been directed by the top leadership of the party to represent the party. And of course, there is the side of the Azimio la Umoja One Kenya coalition. They have fronted names of the 4 slots. For the Azimio la Umoja One Kenya coalition, ODM will get 2 slots, Jubilee 1 slot, and Wiper 1 slot. And we are informed that for ODM, they are fronting Winnie Odinga, that is Raila Odinga's daughter, and Suleiman Shabal, who contested for the Mombasa, who was actually meant to contest for the Mombasa gubernatorial seat, but dropped in favor of the current governor, who was elected under the ODM ticket. And then the Jubilee Party has fronted 3 names. That is Secretary General Jeremiah Kioni, there is former Kieni Member of Parliament Kanini Kega, and a former woman representative of Wajir, Fatuma Gedi. So those are the names that have been fronted by the Jubilee Party. For Wiper Party, they are fronting Kennedy Musyoka, who will be defending the seat, considering that he served in the previous Yala Assembly. So those are the main names that will be fronted. And of course, the lobbying continues, considering that all the members will have to participate in voting in the representatives of Kenya to the Yala, that is the East African Legislative Assembly. And another issue that came up as well in that parliamentary group meeting is the issue about amending the constitution. We've seen several members of parliament from the United Democratic Alliance are coming up with proposals to amend the constitution. We saw the proposal to extend the term of a president fronted by Yakub Sala, the member of parliament of Fafi. And then there is another one by the Kuria East member of parliament, Marwa Kitayama Maisori, seeking to increase the number of constituencies from current 47 to 52. And the president was very categorical in terms of calling their members to order, telling them it's not a priority now to amend the constitution, but rather they should focus on legislative agenda to push forward the Kenya Kwanza agenda in the National Assembly in terms of the Kenya Kwanza manifesto, the Hustler Fund issue, and some of the issues. And the president told members that they should not be selfish in terms of the bills that they are pushing in the National Assembly. So those are some of the key highlights of the parliamentary group meeting today at State House. Fadhia.
Right, so Jeff, just one more question. Of course, you've just given us a brief of what happened there, but how often a parliamentary group meeting is held, and what is the importance of them?
Well, the parliamentary group meeting is at the discretion of the party leader or the party leaders. Remember, Kenya Kwanza being a coalition, there has to be consultation and consensus between the affiliate party members, and specifically they normally call for such when they have an agenda to push. For instance, the third parliamentary group meeting that was held on 27th of October or 26th thereabout was meant to agree on the leadership of the National Assembly, that is the departmental committees. So this is an opportunity for members to air out their concerns and, of course, give names to specific issues that they wanted the party to attend. For instance, for now, the main agenda for this particular parliamentary group meeting was the East African Legislative Assembly representatives. The previous one was meant to have leadership to the departmental committees. And you saw the second one, which was held in Naivasha. It was meant for the parties, constituent parties as well as the members of parliament to agree on who will be representing the Kenya Kwanza coalition in terms of the parliamentary leadership position, that is the majority, minority, and of course